Okay, you guys may wonder what's on your screen, and you will find out by the end of this video. I'm doing this video because it's needed. I really don't think many people are brave enough to step forward and confront, toxic black female activity head on. I don't have a problem doing it because it's not anything that I'm used to, but it's something that I can spot very easily. And they say that there's a pandemic going on right now, but believe it or not, y'all, there was a pandemic going on well before the one that's going on now. And that pandemic is the negative perception of black females. Now, I know this may be a very uncomfortable topic for some of you, because I know a lot of you are going to get in your feelings, because the first thing that you're going to do is feel like I'm attacking black women, but it's quite the contrary. Actually, I'm putting a magnifying glass under it and showing you guys how you're perceived, not only by me, not only by others, but it's kind of like the norm. It's the general perception nowadays. It's very unfortunate that when it comes to social media, specifically YouTube, it just seems like if there's no drama, people really don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't expect this video to get any views, but if it reaches one black female and if it gets through to them, then mission accomplished. But the first thing that I am going to do, and you all will see it in the comments, is I'm going to post a link to the YouTube enhancer, and it will allow you to go to these channels and actually see what they're doing, but you don't actually have to support them financially. Because what I'm trying to get y'all to see is, it's just so unfortunate that the society that we live in today, from my perspective, from my observations, black females catch it hard enough. And it just seems to me like when they get on social media, it's a chance for them to show the worst side of themselves. And in essence, what they do is they attract that worst side that's in them. People like this send out the message like it's okay to just be as awful as you can be. And generally, women that congregate around people like this are usually just like them on the inside. It gives them an excuse to just be as ratchet as possible, be as awful as possible, just to validate all of these negative perceptions that there are about black females. Now, it's unfortunate that there's more gully and gutter and ratchetness than there is classy, decent black women, and it's very unfortunate, because I didn't grow up in an era like that. The things I see now are very disgusting, and like I said, if you're offended, all I can say is 9 times out of 10 you probably support trash like this. If this video offends you, you support this type of perception of black females, and that's your prerogative. But I'm gonna break it down to you. You got people like this that did absolutely nothing with their lives. Nothing. They probably couldn't even tell you what the inside of a college classroom looks like. They've never sat their ass in a chair in a college classroom with like-minded black women learning something that's going to help them in their lives. So in their mind, well, I'm a loser, so why not just get on here and give the image that it's okay to be like me. The unfortunate part is a lot of this person's mods and a lot of this person's chat and a lot of this person's subscribers, they have sisters, they have aunts, they have mothers, they have daughters. And I'm going to let that register for a moment. Because the era that I grew up in, it's like you want black females to do something with their lives. To raise another generation of females that are better than them, that have accomplished more than them, that can contribute something more to society than what this person is doing. This person, in my opinion, is a cancer. It spreads. And they associate themselves with other cancers that spread. And other cancers that spread. And for the decent black females out there who have daughters, don't you know it's only a matter of time before what they're spreading is going to contaminate your daughters? The ones that you want to have a chance, that you want to do better in their lives, the ones that you want to grow up and have a decent husband to care and provide for them, to have a safe, live in a safe neighborhood, have a family, do decent things, be a decent person. That's not going to happen as long as you have people like this, who are affiliated with people like this, whose chats are filled with people like this, whose moderators on every channel are full of people like this. And the sad part is those moderators have daughters. They have nieces. And I'm willing to bet when they're around them, they put on this phony face like they're a decent individual. But on here, they get a chance to show who they really are. And people like this thrive on that. They thrive on that attention. They thrive on that negative perception of black women. It's what they do constantly. And there's never a shortage of people to recruit. Because you got all these black females on here sending out the message like, oh, it's okay to be as disgusting as, as we want to be. It's okay to be as foul as we want to be. It's okay to, stay a single mother. Not keep your husband and your provider. To ultimately raise daughters that are going to be just as awful or even more so awful than you're portraying yourself on here. If y'all can't spot this for what it is, I have to wonder has social media taken over the minds of black women? Because I see a cancer, and there's no shortage of cells that are lining up to be contaminated by it. Channel after channel after channel. They don't build just one channel doing this. They build 3 and 4 channels doing it. And the other people that they associate with are building 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 channels doing this. All to lure in your daughters or your granddaughters. Now, mind you, if they don't give a damn about theirs, that doesn't mean you don't have to give a damn about yours. They're going to come on here and put on a front like it's like, you know, they're all this and that. They're not. After y'all install this YouTube enhancer, go to this channel. I don't care anything about the person getting the views. I'm not concerned about that because there's a bigger picture here. Go through these channels that I'm going to show you. There's all kind of offensive things. If you're offended, or better yet, let me put it to you this way. If this person reflects how you want your daughter to be, then report nothing. But if you can see this person as like, wow, you know, is this the kind of person that I would want influencing my daughter or my granddaughter or my nieces or my younger sisters? The ones that have yet to marry and find a decent husband. The ones that have yet to grow up and try to do something with their lives. Become a productive member of society. You're going to see with your own eyes and your own ears how the cancer works. And make sure you look at the chats. And look at the people. Look at the names in all of the chats. Look at the comments. Look at the names that these people are commenting from. Matter of fact, look at their channels. Look at the black women that have already been contaminated. And they're all working together to contaminate more and more and more. I'm not going to say some of them don't have a husband, but they probably don't know where he is or what he's doing or who he's doing it with. They don't care. Their priority is to get on here and promote and support this negative perception that's already out there about y'all. All they do is reinforce it. And they take no shame in it. Lovely the Great Live. I don't know how many channels she has. That's what she does. Sakinah Thoroughgood. She has, what, 2 or 3 channels. That's what she does. They join forces to join, you know, mods and viewers and supporters to, you know, watch one another's content, all to, you know, make money off of this negative perception of black women. But in the end, you know who is hurting? It's hurting your daughters. It's hurting your nieces. They're going to end up just like this. I mean, that's ultimately what they want. They don't care. All they're concerned about is a Google AdSense check, getting 1,000 subscribers, building channel after channel after channel, spreading more and more and more of their cancer to reinforce this horrible image that black women already have. No one cares. But it's up to you to give a damn. I don't care if it's 1,000,000 of them. A handful of y'all can make a difference. Go through these channels. Install this YouTube enhancer. It'll block ads for you. Give them the view if that's what they want. But you watch their content. You're going to find all kinds of offensive things. And this is the cancer that they're spreading into the psyche of young, unsuspecting black females. Like, oh, it's okay to just, wind up doing nothing with your life, beg for money. They aren't uplifting anybody, but they get on here every day and say, "Good morning, ladies." There's nothing ladylike about any of them. These women are your daughters and your niece's worst enemy. Because the men that would potentially get up with somebody like your daughters and your nieces, the ones that you're trying to raise or trying to guide, to be a productive member of society, eventually these people aren't going to stop. I mean, the sheer numbers of it prove it. If one of their channels goes down, within a week they'll have 1,000 more black women just like them, making sure that they stay on here doing exactly what they're doing. And it's just what they do. Never mind the thumbnails, never mind what is being, shown to you. Listen with your ears. As if they're talking to your nieces and your daughters and your granddaughters. It's going to blow your mind. See, a lot of y'all don't see it for what it is. I've always seen it for what it is. And they get uglier and uglier and uglier and raunchier and raunchier and raunchier and grungier and grungier and grungier. And they send out the message like, it's acceptable to be this way. Look how many people are watching my videos. I'm a star. But we all know that there's more grungy women than there are respectable women. We all know that. But if your daughters and your granddaughters and your nieces are ever going to have a chance in life, it's these type of cancers that need to be cut out of social media. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. Just at your leisure, browse through and see if you see a a title that catches your eye. Skim through it. You don't have to sit there and watch this stuff for hours. That's what they want you to do. Skim through it. You're going to be offended time after time after time after time. And this is how they want your daughters and your granddaughters and your nieces to be perceived, just like them. To end up just like them. On social media, doing just what they do. Like, ooh, I'm so special because I'm on here being the raunchiest black woman that I can be. Look at me shine. Aren't I just, the representation of what a black female should be? They will throw away your grandchildren's and your daughters and your nieces' futures for coins. Because it's all done for coins at the end of the day. Somehow or another they've found a way to, grasp hold of YouTube and turn it into such a toxic thing that they are able to financially benefit from it. And it sends out a message like, oh, money is more important than anything. But it's not. These women aren't decent women. These aren't ladies that they refer to. Good morning, ladies. Good afternoon, ladies. Ain't a lady watching them. There are going to be some watching them after this video, but it's not going to be for the intention that they anticipate. It's going to be for the intention of reporting them for what they're spreading on here. That's my mission now, to let y'all see that, be it up to these women, the young females in your families wouldn't stand an Ice Cube's chance in hell in doing anything with their life where society is concerned. Wouldn't attract a decent man miles around or be able to keep him. Would never be wife material. So they'll just fall to the wayside and end up being a subscriber or a moderator or being on their panels so they can use them up for coins and continue spreading their cancerous mentality. They do this deliberately. Everything they do is a calculated step. If y'all don't step in to save the younger black women, these women are gonna gobble them up. The only person that can make a difference is one of y'all, one at a time. You're gonna be offended. You're going to. If there's a decent bone in your body, or if your parents raised you with a decent bone in your body, or if your grandparents, imagine that you're sitting here watching this female with your grandmother and your mother. Your grandmother on one side of you and your mother on the other side of you, and your young daughter sitting on the other side of your grandmother. If there's a decent bone in any of them's body, they'll get up and leave the room. because her grandmother didn't want that for her daughters. But somebody like this is going to get on here and glamorize it. They're professionals at it. But mind you, every sub, every person in the chat, every moderator, every comment, it's all glamorizing what they doing. I see it for what it is. It's unfortunate that a lot of y'all don't. Hopefully this video will cast a different light on it, and you'll be able to see it for what it is. Decent black women don't behave like this. This type of behavior is an outcast to society, in my opinion. It's the cancer that's going through the black female community. And it's like nobody wants to step up and put a stop to any of it. But I can guarantee you one thing, if you don't, it's going to be your daughter. It's going to be your granddaughter. It's going to be your younger sister. It's going to be your nieces. If it's not already them. Let me find the channels for y'all. You know, it's up to y'all if y'all want to do it or not. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I can't take responsibility for what happens to the younger black females in y'all's families. You know, if they're in y'all's own families and y'all don't give a damn what happens to them, you know, at the end of the day, people like this aren't, and it's not my responsibility to. So all I can say is God help them. But right here, that's one channel. Here's another channel and another channel. It's all the same thing. Thousands of videos. 868 plus 279 plus 415. And from what I understand, Lovely's going to be getting her channels back. It's the same thing. She has like 5 or 6 different channels.